We have breaking news this evening involving Sheffield Wednesday as the club's proposed takeover by business tycoon Lyndon Stairs has collapsed, reportedly after he attempted to pay cash for the club using monopoly money. Now, Mr. Stairs had this to say to the press earlier today. No comment. I, as a successful businessman, I have hotels in Boardwalk, in Mayfair, in Park Place. That's double rent, bruv. Double rent. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 5, Episode 15 here at Sheffield Wednesday as we look to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today we finish up the season. We are away to Newcastle. And after that, we have our end of season awards. We'll see who you have decided is the Viewers Player of the Year. We'll have our Goal of the Season competition you can vote in as well. So there's a lot to get through. But the disappointing news perhaps is that Lyndon Stairs... his takeover fell through, unfortunately. I don't really know how else to show it because it's not in the inbox anymore. It happened not too far after the last episode. Other than to say that you can see here the chairman is willing to listen to offers again. Still looking to sell the club. So it's a shame that it fell through. I think we all would have liked to see a lot more of Lyndon Stairs. Maybe he'll come back with an improved offer with actual money. Time will tell on that front. But there are 4 games to catch you up on since last episode, of course, with the disappointment of Wembley. And I'm still not sure how we managed to lose that game. I really am not. But anyway, the sort of rebound game from that, I suppose, was against Brentford. So let's see how we did. We took a first half lead when Clarkson slipped in Giordano. And we secured the points in the second half when Giordano returned the favour for Clarkson to get his first Wednesday goal. So there we go, a good performance in the end. Sorry I can't get a background to come up here, it's stuffing around for some reason. But you can see from XG, really good performance. Leighton Clarkson absolutely running the show for us. Giordano came in, and that's because Brummer got injured early in this one. It's season over for him, unfortunately. So that's a shame. It was wrist ligaments, I think. I'm not quite sure why he couldn't play with a cast on. But anyway, so Brummer's season is done. But as we saw, Giordano came off the bench, filled in expertly, and got a good solid win there. Next up was Burnley. The only goal came for Burnley after 60 minutes. Yeah, so there we go. Must be an update thing, I think. That's not letting me get a background up, which is annoying. But anyway, this was a game we should have won. You can see that from the XG. We just couldn't finish anything. Giordano started, showed he's a little bit young, a little bit inconsistent here. Leighton Clarkson, still absolutely brilliant. We went to wingers during this game. Edwards and Castrate came on. I mean, we should have scored goals. We just... couldn't finish our dinner in this one. Next game to catch you up on was against Arsenal. We went in front through Rivas, but Arsenal were quickly level. And then got a second goal before half-time. So we were just always second best in this game, even though we did go in front. Again, you can see Giordano didn't cover himself in glory. We actually had to take Martinez off, would you believe? When did he come off? Very early on anyway, because he gave the ball away twice. We brought Vazquez on. Vazquez got himself sent off. We're already 2-0 down at that point. To be honest, we did okay to stay at at 2-1 down to 10 men. Arsenal, they're actually, I think they were second or third in the form table coming into this one. So despite the fact they're having a bad season, they are finishing as you would expect them to, as a strong side. So... away from home, 2-1 maybe isn't the worst, but we were never in danger of taking anything from this game despite being in front, and that says a lot, doesn't it? Final game to catch you up on. It was a big one. I really wish this was the final game of the season, actually, so we could have shown it. It was the Sheffield Derby, the Steel City Derby. We hosted United. Let's see how we did. We had to wait till stoppage time for Edwards to win possession and play in Dean Garner for his first Sheffield Wednesday goal. So it was an even game, this one. To be honest, you didn't miss too much, but Edwards winning possession for us. Dean Garner coming off the bench to get the goal for us. You can see we went with wingers. We changed things up a little bit. I thought maybe the squad was a little bit tired. After the Brentford game, we had been a little bit disappointed. You can see in this one that Sheffield United actually missed a penalty as well. So we were quite lucky to get the win here, but we did get the win. Bragging rights are ours. That's the main thing. And I don't know what's wrong with Pippi. And considering the team we put out, we rested Rizzini for this one, so it wasn't the worst. but it certainly wasn't the best. But we did get the win. That is the main thing. So, coming into the final game of the season, this is where it leaves us. We are 1 point behind West Ham. West Ham are playing Chelsea in the final game. We, as we know, are playing Newcastle. We are guaranteed a top 6 finish, so that's good. But the problem we have, it's the Aston Villa problem. You can see here, they are fighting against relegation. If we have a look at their schedule here, they're in the Europa Conference League final. Now, the funny thing is they could find themselves in Europe and also in the Championship. But I don't know if they were to win that would put them in the Europa League. And I don't know if that's going to take away a place in the Europa League for 6th. And that would, push them down into the Europa Conference, which was not really where we want to be. So I'm a little bit unsure exactly what's going to happen here. So ideally, we want to beat Newcastle. We want to overtake West Ham and just be 5th and know that we're going to be in the Europa League next season rather than wait and see what happens with Aston Villa in their European final. As much as I don't want them to get relegated, it would be funny to see them in Europe and in the Championship. That would be, was it Wigan, I think, did that, didn't they, when they won the FA Cup? But anyway, let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Newcastle. We're expecting a very attacking formation. I think Husenhautel's their manager, if I remember correctly. So it's a 4-2-4 from them. One thing I think we can be guaranteed in this one is perhaps highlights. We're going out with what is, I think, our strongest team. So it's going to be Bevquart in goal. And B is back fit. He partners Rivas in the back. It's Martinez and Taimon down the wings. Cook in behind Samare and Clarkson. Jabing in behind Giordano and Razzini. As I said, you saw their formation. There's going to be goals. Let's hope there's more for us. So we can see the lineups here. And there is, of course, Dominic Solanke in the opposition lineup. Let's hope he doesn't come back to haunt us. Though you'd be annoyed if he managed to score against us, wouldn't you? This is post-update as well, so I'm not completely sure how that's going to affect our tactics, which is always a little bit... you don't know what to expect. Pick up where you left off last time. No, we lost to Arsenal last time. No, we didn't. We might beat Sheffield United, didn't we? Just enjoy yourselves, I think. Go out there and impress me. Go and impress me, boys. Let's point our fingers. Let's say we have faith in them. And let's try and finish this season on a high. And here we go. You can see there Newcastle's recent form. They're actually 19th in the form table. So they're not in form. Everybody up there, the Sheffield fans in their green. So they're not in form. Neither are we if you look at that recent form. It's 2 out of form sides that are playing each other here, really. But we need to better West Ham's result. That's all we need to do. If we were to draw, they were to lose. We have the better goal difference. That would be enough. But, obviously we want to try and win, and, that's all we can do. Taimon to take a corner. Nice early goal would be fantastic, and it's just over the bar from Rivas, I think it was. Rivas is proving himself to be a very useful weapon from a set piece, I've got to say. All right, Bevquart with a goal kick. Short to Rivas. Wide there to Martinez. That's a better pass. He's started against Arsenal. I've never had to take a player off. There's a cracking ball for Razzini, who's in. Razzini finds the back of the net. And it has added the assist thing there. Very nice. Nice little addition, that one. So it was Leighton Clarkson with the assist. And, there we go. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. What a ball it was. Nice run from Razzini. And, goalkeeper in no man's land there. And it's 1-0 into just before the 5th minute. And we'll take that, won't we? I do wonder a little bit if perhaps I needed to freshen up the team a little bit sooner. I was trying to go, it's another goal, and it's Rivas with it doesn't say, there it is there, 3rd of the season. Wonderful stuff. We're 2-0 up after 7 minutes, and perhaps that is what I needed to do. Because I kept the same team because we were playing sort of 5 days apart for the most part. I think the Burnley game was like a Monday night, and then we had Arsenal on the Sunday, so it was sort of enough that I felt I could keep the team the same. But maybe we were just a little bit tired. Giordano has a crack at goal net this time, but it's just over. And it is one-way traffic here on the final day of the season. Alright, weird at a point there as I had a non-COVID relating coughing fit. There's another header, and this time it's just over the bar. I think it was Razzini again. Give them some praise. And no idea what I was saying because I started choking on air, which is always fun. We've got some defending to do here, it looks like. Easily done by Martinez, down to Jabing. I think I was saying about the squad rotation. Clarkson loses out in a bad area of the field there. Callum Wilson, we crowd him out. Do we know he did really well to get a shot away there? Samare's there, clears it away. down the tunnel. No doubt it's clipped somebody coming back from the concession stand with a beer. Or they can't have a beer in football, can you? A coffee or something. A Bovril. I've never had Bovril. The idea of it just sounds disgusting. That's a penalty. Razzini's gone down. And, if Razzini goes down, it's a penalty. He doesn't lie. He's a superstar of the game. And, never had Bovril. The idea of it to me sounds disgusting. So, good luck to you if you have. But I will not be trying that anytime soon. A third goal here should just about see this through for us, shouldn't it? It is a third... it's not a goal yet. It's a penalty. Razzini to take. Can he get his second goal of the season, of the game, I should say? No, he cannot. He was more confused than I was there, I think. And Timon will go across to take a corner. Can we get the header in? No. And hopefully that's not going to be the sort of thing that knocks us off our stride here, because we've so far been really, really good this first half. Only 2-0 though. So it is still a game on. 2 early goals for us. You might be winning. Don't let those performance levels drop, boys. We've demotivated Timon for some reason. We've got faith in you all. We've got faith in you all. No. Okay, well, anyway. Do we have a left back on the bench? No, I didn't put a left back on the bench. That was silly, wasn't it? Oh, because MB can play there. Cook. Corner in. Razzini. Oh, and Razzini just over the bar again. A third goal, and that's surely that, isn't it? But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this season. I think it's been okay. Europe was a massive, massive disappointment. We don't want to go 2-1. We've got that away nicely. Razzini with the header, I think. Samare with a chance to get him on the break here. What can he do? He's got Giordano with him, goes beyond him. No, he doesn't. He goes to retrieve it. Clarkson goes beyond him. It's not the best ball forward. And here we go with Solanke. Is he going to get his goal? He's surely going to score against us, isn't he? Rivas. Yeah, there it is. Solanke. That's annoying. Only his 5th goal of the season. That is, of course, why we did sell him, because he wasn't scoring enough. But he's done quite well there. Took it past Rivas. A 1-2 with Callum Wilson. Rivas did his best. Couldn't quite get there. Bev Quaz decided he's just going to go running out, and I'm not sure what he's doing. But completely missed the ball. Let's try... what do we say to this? Let's just let it go. And West Ham have annoyingly taken the lead against Chelsea. Wouldn't you know it? Razzini's looking tired. Do we take him off? Let him clap the fans in appreciation of what has been a very, very good season for him. Nabian can come on. And here we go. A highlight in the 88th minute. Martinez with the throw eventually. It's there. It's intercepted. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. If we don't win this game, I'm going to be so annoyed. So annoyed. Bev Qua makes the save. And maybe we need to take some steps towards closing this thing down. Corner comes in. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. What have we got to do to win a game of friggin' football? Unbelievable. Chelsea's 2-0 up as well. 2-0 down as well to West Ham. I told you don't get complacent at half-time, you morons. Clarkson's just stood there. And a game that we have absolutely dominated. It's 2-2. And while it's a frustrating end to perhaps what's been a frustrating season, look at that. How have we not won that game? I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. So there we go. In the end, it doesn't cost us anything because West Ham won anyway, which is frustrating in itself. But yeah, hopefully that's not going to cost us Europa League. So Solanke and Sheffield Wednesday were new acquaintances. We've booked Europa League ticket. Now I'm not completely convinced. Oh, West Ham have booked it. Okay. Yeah, see, as things stands there, we're going into Europa Conference. Now the FA Cup final, if we go and have a look at that, the FA Cup final is between West Ham and Chelsea. So they've both already booked a Europa League spot. Now the question is, and I don't know the answer to this, and we'll find out probably next episode, is does the Europa League spot go down to us? Probably yes. But if Aston Villa were to win the Europa Conference League and get into the Europa League, does that then take that spot away from us, or is that a bonus spot? I don't know what the answer to that is. I think, is it a bonus? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. So that's going to be the mystery for for the off season, I suppose, for the summer. Guys, wait right there. I'm so annoyed. It's getting Wembley flashbacks. Anyway, wait right there. We'll be back for the end of season awards, and then we'll wrap up the season with a goal of the season contest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Sheffield Wednesday end of season awards. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, can you be disappointed coming sixth in the Premier League as Sheffield Wednesday? It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? It's been an interesting season. Champions League debut, of course, was horrible. We got robbed, arguably, in a semi-final. 2 trips to Wembley, both of them ending in disappointment. And a season that ultimately promised so much, ending in what looks as though it might be Europa Conference League next year. But we did our best. It was a learning experience. We have a good young team that are only going to get better for the future. And there was certainly some good signs there. So I think we need to thank the players for their efforts this year. But I think we all know that next season we need to do a little bit better again. But well done, boys. That's not a bad effort this year. So the first award this evening is the Golden Pen, awarded, of course, to this year's signing of the season. And, well, there was only we made a lot of signings. There was a lot of good signings, but I think one did stand out, certainly in terms of the transfer fee. £62 million, and it's looking to be £60 million, very well spent. From Hellas Verona, the Golden Pen goes to Walter Razzini. The next award is the Golden Card, awarded to the player this season with the worst discipline. And, well, this guy, he earned it. 2 red cards along with 4 yellows. The Golden Card goes to David Carmo. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the man with the best pass completion rate. And, this is a bit of a habit of becoming a centre-backs award, and nothing changes on that front this season. With a 96% pass completion, one of the stars of the future, it's Brian Rivas. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the man who feeds the strikers, of course, the man with the most assists. And the winner this year, it's the same guy that won it last year, so a defense of the trophy. Wasn't always first choice this season either, given the change in formation. But with 9 assists, the Golden Spoon goes to Marcus Edwards. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the man with the highest average match rating, of course, a player that we can rely on, hence the anchor. Makes sense now, doesn't it? And the winner this season, it's already seen him up here once tonight. He's a star of the future with an average match rating of 7.18. It's Walter Razzini. The next award comes from the medical department. It is the Golden Cross, awarded to the player who was most injured this season. And, well, this season, this guy's earned it. It was a bad injury. He's just stay in your seat there, mate. It's Enrico Del Prato with his broken leg. He missed 24% of the season. Next up, it's the Golden Soother, awarded to the baby of the team, of course, this season's best young player. And, like I say, the whole team's just about eligible for this one. But one man does stand out above the rest. The Golden Soother goes to Walter Razzini. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded, of course, to the top scorer this season. And after a slow start, oh boy, did this man catch fire. With 16 goals, the Golden Boot goes to, get back up here, it's Walter Razzini. The next award is the Coach's Award, awarded to this season's worst player. They get the Horse's Arse Trophy, the famed Horse's Arse Trophy, of course. And, well, there was one man this season, I think, that earned it. He was a disappointment. Brilliant for us last season, but very much flattered to deceive and follow that up this season. So, for a disappointing season, the Horse's Arse this year is Liram Castrati. And And now it's time to go to the other end of the spectrum, an award that means so much to the players. It is the Viewers' Player of the Season, as voted by you watching at home on YouTube. Thank you everybody who nominated a player, and thank you to everybody who voted for their player. And with the votes tallied, with 62%, the winner is Walter Razzini. Now, before we get to the big one and announce this season's Player of the Year, we do need to take a minute to acknowledge the Team of the Season. So if you just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see that the goalkeeper is Bevacois. The back four is Taimon, Orion B, Rivas, and Martinez. That could be the back four for a few years to come yet. Lewis Cook is the defensive midfielder. Samare and Pruaste, or however you say your name, mate. Not quite sure how you got in there. Are in midfield. Jabing is your number 10, and your strikers are, of course, Walter Razzini and Oliver Brummer. Well done, boys. You've all had brilliant, brilliant seasons. Let's see more from you next year. And now it is time for the big one, the Golden Star for this season's Player of the Year. And there was a lot of guys that stood out, but there was one that was perhaps a quiet achiever. But one of the first names on the team sheet tends to play week in, week out. So this year, very well deserved, I think, as well. The Golden Star is Boubakary Samare. So there we go. Congratulations to Samare and the rest of the winners. It's been a fantastic evening, and I don't know let me know what you think of the season. It's been a strange one, hasn't it? A little bit disappointing at the end, but I think we can be proud of what we achieved. And next season, hopefully, it'll be back into the Champions League for Sheffield Wednesday. Hillsborough will be rocking. It's going to be a big summer as we look to strengthen further and build upon this great young squad that we have. So thank you everybody who's come out in the auditorium tonight. Thank you for you watching at home. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you next season. Good night, everybody. So there we go, end of season awards done for another season. Samare, I wouldn't disagree with him, but maybe a surprise for player of the season as given by the game. Quick look though at what we've done here. Razzini, I don't think there's any debate, is there, that he was signing of the year? Only a C, but rated by the board, probably because of the fee, I would imagine. Rivas, obviously a very good signing as well. Jabing is a good signing for us. I don't want to go down all of these, but you can kind of see everybody and what their rating was. Vazquez, someone I wouldn't mind getting back next season, actually. Bevacois, I think, has proved himself to be a good signing. Giordano, I think the jury's maybe still out on him. Gould on loan was decent. Pippi was disappointing, I think. I expected more from him. Sodlikov certainly showed some glimpses. And Prestori, how he got into team of the season, I don't understand, but he is a decent enough player. So, yeah, again, maybe somebody we could look to get back next season as a bit of squad depth. And the transfers out, you can kind of see the main guys, how they did. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of doing as you would expect them to, I would think there. Season results, a B+ for our place in the league. It concerns me a little bit that right now we're in the Europa Conference League. I think we need to hope that Aston Villa lose the final and... yeah, that Europa League spot goes down to us. They did avoid relegation on the final day, though, so it's Norwich, Wolves, and Southampton that have been relegated out of the league. Champions League, it just never happened for us, did it? Lewis Cook, top goal scorer with 1. Yeah, it just never happened, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get another crack at that soon. FA Cup, of course, we should be in the final, shouldn't we? But we got knocked out in that semi-final by West Ham. And the Carabao Cup, of course, we did make the final, and we probably wish we didn't once we got there, because we were very, very disappointing in that final. Moments to remember, the biggest win, a 7-0 against Wolves, and I think Pippi, in my head, is still dining out on that performance. It was magnificent from us that particular day. Match to remember, a 3-0 win at Arsenal. That was when they were still struggling early on in the season. It was only in the Carabao Cup as well, so maybe not as important as it could be. And goal of the season, the game's given it to Brummer's goal against Brighton. That was very early on in the season. We'll come back to that in just a second. The finances, we're still a 4-star rated club. Hopefully, we'll be able to start to move that up a little bit more. Generally speaking, everything went up. a little bit. I mean, there's only so much room we have, isn't there? Prize money went up a bit more. What's that? 12 million, basically Champions League group stage money, because we didn't get anything once we were there. Broadcast revenue was down a smidge, but nothing too bad. Merchandise sales 3.1 million. Almost half of that was non-domestic, so that's good. See, we're a worldwide club. 55,000 shirts sold. Razzini, obviously, is the number one man. Bruma, Edwards, Samare, and Castrati are the others. Castrati, very, very disappointing this season. I think he might be one to be off in the summer. How we lined up, team of the year, I'm surprised Castrati is there. Otherwise, I think it's just about fair enough, I would say. Let me know if you have any sort of any major what's the word I'm looking for? Disagreements with that, but I think that's just about fair enough. Maybe Del Prato's a little bit unlucky not to be right back, but it is what it is. If we have a look here at the awards, now of course this is just for the league, so it's a little bit misleading, but you can see everybody there that won all the awards. I do put all the award winners listed down in the description as well. So that's down there. Most passes completed per 90 minutes. I haven't seen that one before. That's a new award. So well done, Lewis Cook, on that one. And Razzini was the highest club record transfer fee, and I think going to be worth every cent. Other awards, Zunu was the Irish Player of the Year and the Irish Young Player of the Year. We'll get to this in just a second, but English Players Young Player of the Year was Walter Razzini, so well done to him. And Pippi was also the Young Asian Footballer of the Year. So that is that. But there we go. Seasonal performance analysis, if you want to have a look at that. XG, we were roughly where we should be. XG points, or expected points, I suppose. We were a little bit less, and position, we were a little bit less. So we were, generally speaking, maybe just overall a little bit unlucky maybe this year. But we got roughly what we deserved, considering how much we've outperformed XG in previous seasons. Expectation and team meeting, that's all fine. We'll just accept that. See, this is saying we're in the Europa Conference League next year. That's going to be disappointing, and they want us to reach the final as well. So that's, that's going to be annoying. We have to do that. Team dynamics, we can see that there. End of season team meeting, we'll do that off camera. New season report, we'll come back and have a look at this next episode. Now, of course, a reminder, no episode tomorrow if you're watching live. That will be time for me to record the summer transfer special. Then we'll come back and do that. China, we've got half of the team in China that we've sold there. So we'll go and play Shanghai SIPG in the off season. There's the robbery of St. James's. And there's Walter Razzini winning the English Footballers Young Player of the Year. Excellent stuff, Walter. Excellent stuff indeed. So this brings us to almost to the end of the episode. Have a quick look here at the squad ahead of the summer transfer special. We can see here the guys that played a lot of games. They're all the familiar faces. I always like to look at the bottom and see who it is we didn't use and who could probably be for the off. Glatzel, we'd like to sell anyway, though permanently if possible. Diagana, we didn't use him as much because we didn't play with wingers as much, but I think he is useful. We've got some youngsters, backup goalkeeper. Giordano's a youngster. McQuaid is a youngster. Bellick is what he is. He's a backup. I think Castrati's maybe one we could sell. If we get 25 million for him, I think we'd all be very happy. But yeah, generally speaking, we needed the bigger squad this year, and we used most of the players. So based off of appearances, there's not too many that we would need to get rid of. In terms of goals, Razzini led the way. Nabian, who of course carried us early on this year while we were waiting for Razzini to settle, he actually had quite a good year in terms of goals per game. Jabing had a good year. Giordano stepped up. He got a hat-trick in one game, which maybe inflates the stats there a little bit. But we go back to needing more goal scorers, aren't we? And assists, it was Jabing and Edwards that were tied. Edwards, you can see there, less games. That's why he won the Golden Spoon. But Samare had a good year. Pippi, he played more games than a lot of players. We needed more from him, didn't we? I wonder if it's a case of him settling. Maybe we look to go for another season if he wants to come back, though. He's feeling a bit alienated there. Clarkson, I thought, was superb for us this year. And everybody else there with the assists. And the average match ratings, Nabian maybe should have got the golden... what's that one? Golden anchor, isn't it? But with more games played, Razzini got the gong there. And we can see Edwards, Rivas, Jabing, Sanchez, when he played, we might look to get him back on loan as well if we can. You can see everybody there who averaged over 7, which is good, and Leighton Clarkson just a smidge below. Same with Bellick. So good stuff there around. But this now brings us to goal of the season. Now what we'll do is we'll go down and you can have a look at the overall 11 while we go through this. What will happen if you're new to the channel, there will be the Brummer goal that the game gave us goal of the season, plus 3 others I deem worthy, and there is a lot of good goals we've scored this year, let me tell you. So there'll be a link down in the description, same as voting for Viewers Player of the Year. So at the end of the compilation, go down there, vote for your favourite goal, and I'll announce the winner early on next season. Hopefully I'll remember, and if not, I'll put it in the Discord. Just remind me if I forget to do that as well. But that is that. So enjoy goals of the season. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this season. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next episode, not tomorrow if you're watching live, as I said, for the summer transfer specials. We look to build for what will hopefully be a Europa League campaign and not a Europa Conference League campaign. Take care. And here are our top 4 goals from the 24-25 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.